Budget stock reconciliation covers entering your opening livestock numbers, recording births, purchases, sales, and deaths, livestock aging at the end of the year, and applying sales dates and prices. This training session continues with the demonstration database and follows on from the budgeting and cash flow session. To enter the livestock reconciliation, we need to click on cash flow. I've got a budget for 2007 displaying on the top line and the actuals for 2006. As yet, I haven't completed any details for my beef sales. To open the livestock reconciliation, I can click on the Stock Rec button, or I can go down to the beef sales line and somewhere in these months from July to June, double click, and it opens this budget stock reconciliation window. To complete the opening numbers, I can just type in the numbers, and these should match what you provided your accountant at balance date. Or we can click on Update and copy in last year's closing. Now we need to add in the births. I'm going to record that we had 69 heifer calves and 67 steer calves. If I record that I'm going to be selling 35 of these animals, it's going to leave me with 34 for the end of the year. If I think I'm going to sell all the steer calves, other than perhaps a couple of deaths, I enter these tallies. I'm also going to plan to sell 50 of these rising 1-year-old steers, and that leaves me with 58, who at the end of the year, on the very last day of the financial year, in my case the 30th of June, they will get aged to rising 2-year-old steers. I'll just record that there's 8 of these to sell and 12 mixed age steers to sell. Down the bottom of the stock reconciliation, it'll compare the numbers that we opened with the closing numbers. In this case here, we started with more animals than we're ending. We're effectively selling off some capital stock. To record when these sales are occurring, we need to double click or right click and go to Edit Worksheet. In this worksheet, I will change the date to March, maintain the same number, and record a price of $500. For the steer calves, I'll double click. This time I'll click on the split button and say if I sell 35 animals in the first lot, there'll be 30 to sell later on. Click on OK and it creates 2 lines. I click on the first line, again set the date back to the month that I think it's going to happen, quantity and the price, and any comment. On this next line, again I'll record the date and the price and any comments. The information recorded in the sales worksheet determines when the money appears in the cash flow. When I click on OK, it closes the stock reconciliation. If I expand out beef sales, we will see these income items appearing in the appropriate months. If I want to, I can double click on any of these totals and it will open up that same worksheet. If I change the numbers in these worksheets, it will update the closing numbers in the livestock reconciliation. A useful variation on the screen is to change line 2 to display tallies. Now it is showing the value and the numbers in each monthly column. To reopen the livestock reconciliation, we must either double-click on the beef sales line or click on stock reconciliation. On these tabs, we can also record percentages, opening and closing values, and opening and closing weights. Maintaining a balanced livestock reconciliation where opening and closing are in balance is a fundamental part of budgeting.